It's time for round one, heat number 4. The Quiksilver Pro, Julian Wilson, headlining this heat, being a top seed and a guy that's still involved in the title race with an outside shot. And during the break, Frederico Morais pulled in for the vision as well.
Wow. Joe, the waves are absolutely on fire right now. Frederico, beautiful tube ride to kick things off, and then steady Freddy all the way through the inside there. And right behind him, Wiggolly Dantas. As you said, the injury replacement, and looking strong. Loves his beach breaks in France. Spent a lot of time here. And Wiggolly there just not quite getting that end section, but a rapid start here in heat number 4.
Felipe Toledo. Wilson quickly into the pit to get absolutely shacked. Even just for a moment, that's going to feel solid for Julian to get things started. Long time ago. Fate of the takeoff now is a man they call Quiksilver down in Portugal. Frederico Morais pulling in after the car. And he'll hop on out of there. His start already a 5.83. And Wilson looking comfortable, kicking things off with a barrel. That's always a dream when you come to France. And lining up this opportunity is Julian Wilson. Straight into the pit. Wave spits behind him. More room to move. Wilson comes out. Sky high on the forehand alley-oop. Stomps the landing and slams it shut on the inside corner. That's exactly what you dream of when you come to Hossiger. Barrel, alley-oop, hack on the finishing move. Current world number 3 fired up in his first heat of the Quiksilver. They got to go tube for tube. This was the 8.5 that just went down.
Yeah, look how low he's got right there. He's keeping himself nice and compressed to avoid any of that wave touching him, which gives him the speed to come out and do the alley-oop and then straight into that last turn. So unbelievable stuff there from Julian Wilson. Wave selection, so important here today, and Julian just finding the barrel, maximizing his time behind the curtain, into the alley-oop. Lands perfectly, doesn't have to readjust his feet. Landed absolutely sweet. Thank you very much.
Throwing the tail high and just showing off, landing backwards. We'll pull that around with total control and then shutting down the inside corner. Wilson's already fired up.
For me anyway, over the last few events, I think we're seeing something a little bit more from Julian Wilson. Look at that, beautiful, and just rides backwards. How good is this kid when it comes to controlling himself through the air, landing nicely and then finishing strong again. 3.93 long gone for Julian Wilson. He's going to extend his lead, but there's a little bit more sense of urgency, I feel, in his surfing right now, Joe.
Last score of 5.17, and now back into the pit with Wilson, still driving.
Oh,
A miracle exit. Next section will take out Frederico Morais. But non-stop energy. Here at Lake Canoe, perfect conditions. A significant one. Beat Nick Fanning in the final. Before we get there, what'd you like about Wiggolly's backhand form there?
Well, there's that timing that we talk about with Wiggolly. I mean, he's super powerful. It's not a big, wide open barrel, so it's very technical. There's a lot of weaving and there's a lot of ducking and weaving, as we saw with Julian.
Now a backhand opportunity for Wilson. Comes out into daylight. Just a quick vision there to keep that roll spot on with the conditions. And Wilson is just turning in a dream run. He'd pay for a free surf session like this, and we still have the back half of the heat to unfold.
Absolutely. Well, Julian Wilson, he's won some in crazy places.
Taking off on, he's turning it into a solid make. Another hollow section now unfolding over Frederico Morais. And just trying to bite off a little bit more on that end section. He'll go down. A lot of great answers there, as we love dropping in with the world's best to find out what makes him tick. Coming around the corner is Frederico Morais. Top turn into a wrapping cutback in transition. Waves already getting pretty sluggish, so he has to get out of there. 15 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock. Frederico Morais, big part of the Euro Force on tour, representing Portugal. Let's take a look at this last wave.
Yeah, more of a speed turn on that first maneuver, and now he gets to really put that rail in and dig into that last maneuver. The wave kind of let him down, so Frederico looking to improve on a 3.17, so I think he might just do that, extending his lead over Wiggolly just a little bit, but needing a 7.85, so that's a serious score required by Frederico.
He was right on to the Dream Tour. Battled to the finish with Connor O'Leary for that Rookie of the Year honor, and Julian's up now. Quick frontside pit, top turn wrap to follow. Everything working for Julian. Small section now starting to go completely flat. Small waves, big waves, rights or lefts. This heat's been all about Julian's control. You always talk about his perfect technique and fundamentals.
You know, one of the best techniques out there, that's for sure. And it all starts with the bottom turn, but not on this occasion. Ducking straight into the barrel. Comes out nice and clean and then into the beautiful swooping maneuver. So Julian's starting to crank it up. Maybe not. I think the wave size might let the score down just a little bit, but the surfing is spot on right now. I think Julian looking really sharp, Joe.
Wilson always looking for his first one as well. Julian, a pipe master, a Triple Crown champ. As we check out the left here with Wiggolly Dantas. Trying to get out of that 2 and 3 point range. This left opens up again for Frederico. Had the rail grab on the takeoff, and that's just going to drain off without him. So this heat's still heavily favored for Wilson with now just over 9 minutes to go.
Fired up, was he going to just relax into it? Here we go.
Driving down the line with our surfer from Portugal. Frontside whip on the open face. Carved a tail release. And just kind of looks at that little spray check and kicks out. So Morais trying to force his way into a position to fight back here. 7:30 to go. Let's see what happened here.
His first turn, I mean, he put a lot into it. Jamming into it there, but a little bit off balance coming out of it. So, and then really fixed it up with that second turn. I think that second turn maybe a little bit better, more under control. But that first turn, it kind of stomped on the tail. I think maybe expecting a little bit of release right there, but the fins just really hooked in and kind of threw him off balance a little bit. Recovered well, and then finished off. So it's not a bad wave there for Frederico Morais, but 7.85, I don't think it's going to be that.
He ends up going down. Let's see how close he was here.
Well, he knows he needs something special. Throws the tail out the back. Jams it through the lip again. So 2 similar turns, and then goes for broke. Identifying the fact that we're very similar maneuvers. You can see throwing the tail up the back again. We'll see a very similar turn again from him, and then knows he needs something special to go up into that 7-point range, and comes unstuck. So 4.63 on the wave before, and I think that's going to be under that, but Julian Wilson still in that commanding lead with 4:40 on the clock.
Wiggolly Dantas is still comboed. Pulls in. Comes out the other end and ejects Dantas.
Shoot your board forward and jump in feet first. Let's have a look at Wiggolly's wave there. You can see Wiggolly hasn't really found anything.
Wiggolly's well aware of. He knows he keeps points as an injury replacement wild card, and he's still looking for a breakthrough result this season. Big section for Morais, but it's a closeout Cameron, and he'll just Superman his way through. As we see that hollow section opening up for Wiggolly. Snuck in there on his backhand as he's fighting back, chipping away at that number that he needs. His a quick tube ride before, 4.27, got him out of the combination. So now he can do it with one wave. It'd have to be a 9.4 to take on Julian's lead. And here was the right he just got.
You know what? It's never too late out here. Look at that. Beautiful little tube there from Wiggolly. Cuts back and gets out of there. So you can turn a heat around really quickly out here. 3.47, so bettered his situation yet again, but still needing a 9.4. It's not over. There is 10s out there if you get the right wave.
Wilson leaves this heat with an 8.5 and a 5.17, world number 3. Kicking off his campaign with the Quiksilver Pro with a solid win and showing off everything he's got, especially on the 8.5.
Yeah, looking sharp, Joe, and I think that's going to put a little bit of pressure on Gabriel Medina and Felipe Toledo. Julian makes it through. They have to right now.